This is my musical interpretation of my song, my music called Donna 6. Helped, and Angel Shay's helping me with this one. It's a 20-minute long song, as most of my music is. This song actually has a kind of friendliness that's more prevalent than most of my music, I think. Not to say that most of my music isn't friendly, but this one's especially nice. It kind of reminds me of James Merrill's end sentence, with the laughter of old friends, uh, in one of his poems. I think it's called 1994. The blowing of a horn or something like that is at the end of that poem. Dr. Johnson, the literary critic, had a friend. His name was Dr. Levitt, who would go round on rounds, even though uh, he wasn't actually certified as a doctor, but he was kind of like a country doctor helping people. And he wrote a poem after his death, after Dr. Levitt's death, about him a little bit, um, and of every friendless name the friend. So that's the friendliness of Dr. Levitt. He was a good guy. And then also speaking of friendship, as this music conveys, I think of Black March by Stevie Smith, where there's a friend at the end of the world, that she has, and its name is Death. But it's a good friend, dressed in gray chiffon is what she said. Also, I think of Shakespeare's idea of the ben of blow, blow, thou winter wind, thou art not so unkind, as benefits forgot, um, thou breath be. I'm messing it up, but the breath be rude, um, and then it says, as there, there's nothing compared to a friend remembered not. So if you forget your friend, even the winter is not as bad as forgetting a friend. Um, that's from Blow Blow That Winter Wind. I believe that's in As You Like It. Um, William Cooper's The Castaway poem has a man who's thrown overboard accidentally, and his friends try to save him, but they don't. They're not able to save him. But this is a happier song. Um, it's kind of like a hand that a child or your friend would hold. I think that kind of feeling I get from this music. Donna 6. Walt Whitman talked about holding hands a lot. The same with Hart Crane, my hand in yours. He's talking about Walt Whitman's. And Pessoa too loved Walt Whitman. He said he's called Walt, one of Walt's big fans. Um, this music has a hope for a good life, I believe. This goes back to ideas of pragmatism, even trying to find a good life for people by using the imagination, and that also comes from Michel de Montaigne, where to read his essays, you get an appreciation for his love of trying to find a good life. This kind of love, I believe in this music, is a more platonic love than a sexual love probably, or another kind of love. Mostly platonic. It's a friendly love. It kind of reminds me of the characters in Plato's Symposium, who have a feast and they all sit around and talk about their views on love. Um, and Also Shakespeare, his ideas on love too. Um, how he um, he says that men and women are different in the sense that women are easier friends with each other than men are with either women or with other men. Um, or he suggests that by reading his plays and poems. It's an inventive piece of music. It reminds me of Dr. Johnson's ideas on poetry, which is poetry is the essence of poetry is invention or discovery. There's lots of surprises in these melodies, and there's kind of a clean simpleness or simplicity to this music, Donna 6. Being that it's clean, it kind of reminds me of also cleaning my apartment a lot. Um, in some sense, when I have a good amount of time to really think about cleaning it. I actually wrote a few books called Space Flight and How to Fly a Spacecraft, based off of using things in your apartment as props, or as those props became symbolic control panels for the spacecraft, which was the apartment. And King David from the afterlife was helping me um, move around different things in my apartment just to get it so that it's set up just right, so that it's just the right kind of spacecraft. Um, and there's also an idea of protection in this music in a good way, like a blessing or an aegis, um, kind of like a Chalcas, the Grecian priest and guide from the Iliad, who gets protection from Achilles um, to to tell Achilles and the rest of the Greeks why Apollo's is is being a pest and shooting these deadly arrows into the Grecian camp. Um, he, Chalcas says that he doesn't want to mess with the king Agamemnon, because eventually that king or anybody who gets schooled, you could say, even or gets taught a lesson. Um, Eventually, the mighty will revenge at last, is what the line is in Homer's Iliad, in the Pope's translation. There's also a sense of safety in this music. I think of a poem called Peace. I think it's by Henry Vaughan, maybe. Um, and the sentry, which guards the heaven up there with angels and all, and that it's a safe place. There's no way that it can come there, any harm can come to it. This music kind of reminds me of that. So there's the idea of friendliness, the hands, the hope, the love, the inventiveness, the cleanliness, protection, and safety in this music. Donna 6. Thank you, Shay, for helping me with that.